We have returned.
Vulcan
for the moment.
salute.
Vulcan salute indeed. I do love the sarcastic Vulcan salute in what's the name of the show that I really like and I'm looking forward to the next season? Lower Decks. That's what it's called. Sarcastic Vulcan salute is great. What I don't know if today's episodes are great because I don't remember them at all. Like I mean, I read the Wikipedia things. Zero memory. It doesn't ring a bell at all. I know I watched these at some point. I've seen screenshots of the third one. But no, doesn't ring a bell whatsoever. I wonder if Mark Twain knows. Hey Mark, do you remember what happens in the episode The Lights of Zetar? Because I really have no idea. Okay, let's see. Mark should get back to us in a minute or so. What did I even look? It's space ghosts.
Yeah.
Are they evil space ghosts?
Oh, indeed I do.
Oh,
it's
Mark,
as enthralling as hunting for buried treasure on Jackson's Island. In their lust for luminescence, Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock find themselves bewitched by illusory beings, much like Tom and Huck were by Injun Joe's capers.
No, Mark. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have an 1800s
Hello.
AI. Maybe that's dangerous. Maybe that's a bad idea. Okay. So yeah, there's space ghosts, and do they? I would assume, because this is what happens every time a space ghost shows up, that they're going to try to take over the Enterprise or possess people to take over the Enterprise, or in the most dangerous space ghost, disrupt the Caber Toss.
The Lights of Zetar? Just checking,
Yeah.
Costa Thinny still says that which survives.
Oh yeah, hang on. The Lights of
Hey,
Zetar.
Jarings.
Jarings, do you know what happens in the Lights of Zetar? Do they try to take over the Enterprise?
They're like light beings. There's 7 lights. And
No, there are 4.
That's their homeworld.
Hello there.
Also, Jarings, if you did speak, nothing happened.
Yeah, you're silent as a doornail.
There are 4 Lights of Zetar.
Hey Soma.
Hello.
Since you actually pay attention to these episodes, what happens in this episode?
Also, Mark Twain, how many lights are there?
Don't you like read the script beforehand or something?
No, I don't look at it beforehand. I just pay attention to what's going on in the episode.
Okay.
I have no memory of this one.
Ah,
I've seen it twice and I still can't
like
remember.
a Connecticut man claiming kinghood. I declare there's but one light, yet a scoundrel in a Cardassian guise insists there are 4, akin
That's
to
not
miscounting the
accurate,
rafters
Mark.
in a raft adrift on the mighty Mississippi.
Yeah, that's not how that went.
I do remember. So remember, like when they're in a different phased universe, and there was a beautiful woman who like seduces Kirk, and she's all alone with Kirk.
Do you mean the empath?
Yeah.
I mean, there was no seduction there, I don't think, but it was a different
They
phased
just-
universe, kind of.
Yeah.
Subspace domain or some such? I don't know. Oh, so yeah, Lights of Zetar's episode number 1. Episode number 2 is Requiem for Methuselah, which I assume is just they hang out in some super old dude's
A beautiful
house.
woman who seduces Kirk really doesn't narrow down which episode it is he.
Yeah, that doesn't
yeah. No,
I'm
it
pretty
does
sure
not.
that happens in at least 2 of these episodes today. When I was just scrolling through to get thumbnail screenshots, I think that happens twice.
Oh.
Yeah, Requiem for Methuselah. I assume it's going to be like the survivors from TNG, where they just kind of like hang out in the dude's house and talk to him for a while. Occasional cuts back up to the Enterprise. And then the Way to Eden, which is...
Oh, that's the
weird.
hippies, right? Doing the
Yeah, but they're hippies who try to
sing-alongs.
take over the Enterprise. Of course.
So
Also press
and
play
you
in
don't-
4, 3, 2, 1, play. And no, I don't know.
It reminds me of Khan's ragtag group when they're taking over the Reliant. They almost look like, there was a thing called the hippie trail, where like hippies would drive from Europe to India in a Volkswagen, and they would basically do all kinds of drugs along the way.
No, a new character that's
Yeah.
temporarily on board and has a name. Oh no.
Yeah, this is not going very well.
But
Mom
And
shirt.
it's a woman.
Oh,
but by
boy.
the way, look at Scotty's simping over here. You're the sanest, nicest woman I've ever met.
Don't flirt with your subordinates, Scotty.
Hey,
This is
as I've said,
inappropriate.
There's no issue with it. There's no issue with it.
Inappropriate workplace behavior.
And she's like, okay, Scotty. She's not even like playing along with it. She's just like, okay.
She's being polite until she can report him to HR.
Yeah. But back then HR would have done absolutely nothing. So she can report HR all she wants.
What's the problem? You should be thankful that a man is giving you his attention.
So it's understood here, like
60s.
he's gonna settle down with her. It's kind of like implied, like basically because he's already picked her.
No, she's not. She's gonna die.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying though, like the way Scotty's going at it, he's found the one. By the way, if you've just met someone and they start talking to you like you're the one, you need to like hit that
That's
parachute.
called love bombing. It's generally considered bad.
You need to eject out of that relationship.
Also, remember that time Scotty's girlfriend dumped him, and the crew were so worried that was gonna make him hate women completely that they took him to a strip club.
Ooh, we are actually at the storage location, so this is where we are from, where we get the website from.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
the source of all canon. I assume those are the titular lights of Zetar.
Yeah, they are.
Is that CGI or
I'm
did they
sure.
like put little fireworks up or something? One thing I do like here. So TNG insists on tachyons being a thing as faster than light particles. TOS, they hadn't even heard of them, so yeah, nothing moves faster than light in the show. Thank you.
That's
Except
funny.
for space signals and starships.
But a natural phenomenon.
Yeah,
Yes.
So they are correct.
God, TNG really needs to cool with the tachyons. They're not a real thing, Gene.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. They're a theoretical particle.
Gravitons are a thing.
I wouldn't even grant them the label of
Gravitons
theoretical.
have
Hypothetical at best.
I suppose.
Yeah, gravitons, there are reasons to think they exist.
Tachyons just sound like they would be neat.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
it
so
got
she's been
locked off
possessed
shop.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
She's possessed by
okay.
the ghosts.
I'm fine with tachyons. I don't understand how you can reconfigure the deflector dish to make them.
Yeah.
That's where I lose the plot a little bit.
But we're watching the historical documents right now. This is all real, isn't it?
Yes, it's true. That's true.
Hey, Mark Twain, are there any particles or anything natural, any natural phenomenon that can move faster than light? Whatever Mark says, that's canon.
So something amazing though, they've used muons, which are particles traveling through the universe at the speed of light, to
No, they don't.
photograph the pyramids.
Well,
You can
sir,
photograph.
That's as preposterous as finery on a frog or attempting to best the river in a rapid race. Based on the Starfleet
man.
knowledge I've gleaned, nothing natural we know, much like old steadfast Mississippi, can outrun light itself.
Okay, the Mississippi River is faster than light particles. Got it. Well, how's Mark Twain's volume for you? Because he's really quiet for me, but I sort of boosted him in post.
No, he's okay for.
This is enough-ish.
Because yeah, I
feel
can't
like
hear him at all. I'm just reading what he says.
He's on par with the rest of us, I feel.
Chat.
Is that a GIF? I feel like I've seen that one.
It is now.
There are.
Sort of Medusan in
Yeah.
what their vibe is.
Also, Star Trek 1, the motion picture, like this giant mysterious object destroying space stations because it destroys a planet, right? It destroys a whole colony.
Dude, I don't even remember. All I know
I-
is the lights of Zetar. We should like circle around them for 30 minutes to really get all the angles of the lights. We should count exactly how many lights there are. What the
So
rate of
there's
fluctuation of the lights.
from the summary. So there's something called Memory Alpha,
Yeah,
which
it's a
is
website.
the Daystrom Institute of the Federation.
That's, I
Basically,
don't think those are the same thing.
but basically, it's like your memory database. Your
It's a big library in
Archive.
space.
Yeah, it's a planet.
and then they also
with
say here,
a bunch
by the
of
way,
information on it.
that it's open source, which verifies that Starfleet purposely does not encrypt its products.
No, you see,
I
this
mean,
is
yeah,
what
no,
you
it
get
doesn't-
when you donate to Wikipedia. Enough funding over the next, wait, how many is it, 300 years? They can have their own planet. It'll be sick.
And so, because this thing's destroying planets like the Borg that are mysterious, we have to intercept it with the Enterprise.
Scotty, you don't even know her. Leave her alone. Is this how dating worked in the 60s? You see someone you think is pretty and say, yep, that's my girlfriend now. I did it.
Yeah.
I won dating.
Well, it sounds like a you
And
problem, Uhura.
It's a skill issue.
something I had to say though, each of these actors are making like a decent enough salary.
Chekhov had a skill issue too. Ansu, everybody on the ship?
My God, it produces skill issues.
Yeah. So each person
It's
character,
really the Dark Souls of spatial phenomena.
they lose one skill. So one forgets how to navigate, one forgets how to talk.
Thinking of removing skills just makes me think of intellect devourers and mind flayers, because they're great monsters. Every other monster, it just does damage to your health. They take damage. They do damage to your stats. You lose attributes.
They're not down your D&D attributes. Your abilities.
And if your intellect goes to 0, you die.
Yep. I.e. Spock's brain.
No, Spock was alright. Unless you mean the writers.
Sharon, we can see it through Discord, but there was nothing going on then. I know how you laugh.
Oh, a direct count. 430 people.
Yeah, that was established last week also.
I can't remember what happened I don't even know what episodes we watched last week. Yeah, let me scroll up in the Discord. What was it? Oh, yeah. Mr. Island White on the right side. That dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scotty, why are you here?
A familiar face.
But she doesn't even know. They just met. Oh, is this the ghost that's yelling at him? Is the ghost angry at being questioned? Oh, that's why Scotty's here, because she's his girlfriend of the last 5 minutes. So he will be able to identify that she's been possessed. That's his specific purpose here. What?
That was not a bad
What?
Scottish
Good evening.
accent compared to
Scotty?
James Stewart. Yeah.
So I'm really curious how old Scotty is, or the actor is. Because I remember Bones was like a quarter the age I expected him to be.
Yeah.
He was 46. Thought he was in his 40s. That's quite right.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's James Dewan I looked up, but
Yes.
assuming he's around the same age.
It's the light of Zetar. Oh, Mark Twain was right. There's one light. Well done, Mark.
Yeah.
We'll average
At
it over
its
the last
current
30 minutes.
velocity. Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Okay, but what about like meteors or something?
Yeah,
There'd
solar
probably
flares
be
would have been
shields.
yeah.
What about the Klingons? What if they want to destroy your knowledge base? I wonder if the solution is going to be to shoot the lights with phasers. I don't know what else they're supposed to do. I don't think TOS really did the deflector dish thing.
You're within orbit range. Why not just enter orbit?
Well, Captain Kirk has to specifically order that.
How many bodies?
None. They were taken by the ghost. Where the devil? Okay, I was gonna say, like, maybe it just took him a while to get to a comm panel. But I think he was probably standing right next to it.
Have you swapped roles with David Toy?
Lights?
There we go again.
Uh-oh.
Really zoomed in the eye.
My
Not
god.
It's full of stars.
Is that a Tellurite?
possible.
Dang, that's a big complex.
Yeah, those buildings are huge.
OMG, calling her the girl I roll.
Starry-eyed surprise.
Hey, he didn't call her the girl, he called her the lass. It's totally different.
Kirk called her the girl.
Oh, I don't listen to what Kirk says.
That.
Maybe you should have shielded it, Spock. But, like, she didn't kill this dude. She just had, like, a premonition of him being dead. From that exact angle.
Yeah.
I have to assume that's a Tellurite. Kind of looks like she's now suffering from space madness. What?
Oh, that's unsettling.
Same thing that she did.
That's
Yeah. In motion picture, the Ilya, she also like has a robotic voice afterwards from being abducted by the entity.
Hey Mark, what's up with the lady on Memory Alpha like growling and gurgling at the camera after the lights go by?
They're
Is she
slowing down the
possessed by
tape.
a ghost?
They're showing off all their special effects.
Is that like just Jean with some mouthwash gurgling next to a microphone? What am I listening to?
She did.
Ah, not ghosts, good sir, but rather an entity of light and energy, as fearsome as
That's
the
a ghost.
gilded monster in The Mysterious Stranger. This woman, bearing a likeness to the widow Douglas in her distressed state,
What?
ain't possessed. The light figures claimed her wits, much as the specter of injustice nearly claimed Huck Finn. There's more to this universe than meets the eye.
I'm going to
I
assume
do
that's accurate. I
declare.
never read it. So, but okay, so they're not ghosts that possess people. They are mind flayers. Is that correct? They steal her intellect? Everything is proceeding as she has foreseen.
Mhm.
If they start talking about her Esper rating, I'm ending the stream. My God. By the devil.
And she's not come with them.
Where'd she go? Kirk? Okay. Is that fan favorite Transporter Chief Lieutenant Kyle? Who looks very different. Okay, now this seems like it was a skill issue. Did Lieutenant Kyle just get bad at his job for a second? Because
It
Scotty
might
got
have
her
been the
out.
entity stopping him again.
Well, but Kirk, given that it's very clearly following you, I think it's safe to say that it's on your course. What about destructive reasoning? What if we launched a torpedo at it? Hey, Mark, do you think photon torpedoes would work on the ghosts? Scotty, what do you mean? Oh, no, he's probably asking if she's, like, delusional.
Well, now, that's as
Yeah,
curious as if Huck Finn pondered
Forget all
using
that about
Cap's
aspirating then.
rickety shotgun on a river phantom.
Thank you,
In my
Scotty.
reckoning,
Use torpedo
photon
on sparkling light.
torpedoes aim at the material,
Yeah.
but may well meet their match against spectral shenanigans.
Okay, you heard it here. Torpedoes do not work on spectral shenanigans. No, you should definitely report it.
Oh, yeah, you should definitely report it. Oh, can you not cure a cold?
No, they only developed a cure right at the start of TNG, and then they lost it.
Blech.
Is it going to stay right dead center in the frame? No, it's going to, like, list off to the left and then recenter itself. If we get the camera shot. Yeah. Recenter. There
Yep.
it is. I'm curious how this looked in the original, because I would imagine that the background star field just isn't there because they couldn't, like, pan it. Maybe they could. Oh, it's a bunch of ghosts. Now I'm curious if this is just how their species is, or if they were, like, ripped from their bodies and turned into ghosts. We could also bring Mira back up here, because apparently she's the most susceptible to it, and if they can only target one person at a time, we just need to keep feeding it sacrificial lambs until we find out the defense. It's definitely rude for them to not even reply. Strictly speaking, they're not getting any closer. They're just hanging out. It's also not necessarily hostile. Maybe they're just, like, blocking the lane so they had to get around them. Maybe it's hostile. I bet she sees Captain Kirk dead. No, Scotty. She's gonna see Scotty dead. Torpedoes? Phasers.
Language of love.
No, the language of violence. Hey, Mark. Or what's his name? Kirk. Kirk observes that maybe if it doesn't understand English, that the ghost understands some other language. What other language are they referring to? Are they talking about like Spanish? I just want to try to mess with Mark. I just want to see what he does.
Oh, much grander than that, not unlike contemplating a frog leap beyond the local pond. They suggest the universal language, music. It's the very tongue which Tom Sawyer would have played to charm
Music.
his fair Becky, serenading the
Becky?
cosmos to unravel their riddle.
Okay. Mark Twain had a better idea. If they don't respond to phasers, maybe they respond to music. We do have Uhura here. She has talked down asteroids with, well, comets with music before. Scotty, it's a good trade. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, Scotty. Do it. Do it, you coward. Oh, come on. Kirk's such a buzzkill sometimes.
You get Uhura to do her feather dance, works every time.
Maybe not the feather dance. Maybe we just ignore that part of canon. The naked feather dance as well. Music. No, okay.
And when
What if-
distracted, Sulu can give them a karate chop.
No. Sulu stabs people with fencing swords. Yeah, it is very patronizing that Kirk keeps calling her the girl.
Yeah.
He did call her Lieutenant Romaine once. There we go. At least he didn't call her girl to her face. That's nice. That's progress. Mark Twain probably would have. She's not a she's a lieutenant. What do you mean?
But it's her
Kirk?
first time on the ship.
Well, like she's still got to be familiar with like Starfleet protocols.
True.
When you change office,
she's
you don't
a
forget how
woman.
Excel works.
What does she know?
She's just a woman.
She just like bumbled her way through a career.
That is also a somewhat unsettling statement, saying someone, even the organization you work for, has extensive files on you. Exhaustive files. There's nothing inherently nefarious about it, but it sounds unsettling.
Yeah.
Also, is that a real last name, Romaine? Because whenever I hear it, I'm just thinking of lettuce. It's gotta be, right? Is it French or something?
I've
Seems
never
French.
seen it.
The Romaine
So
family
lettuce.
name was found in the US, UK, Canada, and Scotland between 1840 and 1920. Okay, so it is a real name, it's just rare.
They probably had a
And
Roman
old.
nose. You know what a Roman nose is, Ryan? It's Roman all over.
What is
Okay.
What does that mean?
Psychosomatic is you imagine like yourself being sick, so therefore you make yourself sick. So basically, she's hysterical. And by the way, the term hysterical comes from hysteramo, which means uterus in Latin. So the idea was that like only women go crazy like that because they have uteruses.
Rebecca Roman plays Una in Strange New Worlds.
What's the actual pronunciation of her name, though? Is it Ramjan? Ramyan? Ramen?
I thought it was Romaine.
Romaine, yeah.
Fascinating.
But it's a Dutch-looking spelling. Though it wouldn't be pronounced that Romaine in the Netherlands, so.
They pronounce it Romaine.
The danger of only seeing people's names written down. Stop. Spock, shut up. There's no such thing as psychic powers. Stop it.
Yeah.
You really have to pick and choose that with TNG and TOS. TOS, they don't understand how physics or evolution works. TOS, they don't understand how humans work.
Even though we as people did at the time.
You know, they were coming from the psychology of Freud. So everything was, and then like HR departments would categorize people based on your natural aptitude, like IQ tests and personality tests.
They definitely still do that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Myers-Briggs.
Yeah. Does your job use Myers-Briggs to give you your position?
Some do.
No, I'm saying like that. I've never heard of that in like this day and age. I know in the 80s.
I've heard of it happening. I don't know of any that actually would do that.
I've worked at a few companies and none of them want to give you a job that suits your personality, unfortunately.
I'm trying to look up specific examples now, but one example I do have of other pseudoscience being used is lie detectors being used for job interviews.
Oh, yeah.
So that's fun. Every source I'm looking at for these just says many employers use this. No, I want names. Personality tests help employers gain deeper insights into each
I
employee's
really wouldn't want to
organizational
work
habits,
for a company
communication
that
styles,
trusts
and information.
Myers-Briggs for job qualifications.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I'm really into Myers-Briggs, so I think actually it would make some people are better at memorizing tons of legal facts, and some people are better at organizing finances.
If you want to know what people are good at, you can you can talk to them about it, but also if you really wanted to, you could give them like a competency test.
Yeah.
Quiz them on something. I've clicked through like 10 different web pages on employers using personality tests. Every single one just says many. It's totally unhelpful. Wait, who was dying? I wasn't paying attention.
Scotty.
Ah, I was right. She saw a premonition of Scotty dying. Yes. I found one article that said 80% of Fortune 500 companies use them.
Ugh.
Jeez.
And I don't really have sources to back that up right now because none of them say specific companies. Is she gonna die? I bet she's gonna die. Specifically, I think she's gonna have to sacrifice herself to save
Oh
Scotty.
boy. Yeah. That does feel likely, doesn't it?
Yep.
Shoot it. Oh. Yeah, maybe. So this is the sacrifice part. But maybe they're not even hostile. Maybe they just like want to talk. And possessing her gives them a chance to do that.
Then they wouldn't attack.
Maybe they
The
just don't have a
anti-grav
good sense
test
of
unit.
personal space. What oh, there's the famous spinning dude. So he's not actually just spinning nothing. He has like a clear tool or a really thin tool. Oh, it's that same shot again. Okay. It is unclear to me what defensive action means in this context. Because we're not shooting it for some reason. I'm also curious to see if she's permanently possessed now.
Yeah, that's really.
That's downright unsettling, is what it is.
Yeah.
Which is phaser her? You don't even know him. If you know someone, if on the first day meeting someone, you tell them, I want to be with you, don't let them take me, that you're going to get ghosted is what's going to happen.
Yeah, so Ilea disappears in front of Lieutenant Decker. And then this guy, this poor woman,
The girl
becomes possessed in front of Scotty. And he watches in horror.
Okay, so that does sound malicious. So maybe we should go back to the shooting them plan.
Ilea too is like, Kirk unit, you will tell me about Enterprise operations.
Do they even bring phasers? I don't see that they're armed. No, the starship.
It's interesting. Yeah, we alternate between it being spaceship and it being starship.
They're freaking ghosts. Did you not pick up on this? They're not subtle about it. Wait, but Spock said before he scanned 10 Zetar. Have
Like
90 of them died out?
Their planet had hundreds, and then the 10 were the ones that are the lights that we see at the episode.
I mean, I appreciate this line here, that she's her own person and should be allowed to live her own life, because that is the exact opposite of what they did in Metamorphosis when they just gave over a woman's body to the cloud and let it possess her. So Kirk's learned from the experience. He's grown. He's now all in on self-determination. God, I need to just cut in some of these lines to that episode.
Yeah.
Get some shots of Kirk from behind so we can say them without it looking weird. Are we going to self-destruct the ship?
Evening all.
Are they going to venture into space?
Hello.
Scotty, she will 100% kill you. Remember the ghost thing?
I think he's too much in love, like Beverly and Space
Known
Ghost.
her for all of 30 minutes.
Scoops.
Is he dead, Jim? No, he's alright. Neutralized? Why?
Oh.
I guess it's just so it can look spooky. Oh no, it's to make the Zetar feel more at home. Okay. One atmosphere per second. How? Hang on. Mark Twain, how many atmospheres of pressure can humans survive in for, say, a minute?
There's quite good levitation there.
Oh, I know what they're doing. She's like hanging off the end of a table, which is why we only see her
Bless
torso.
my stars. Humans
going up and
venturing
down.
under pressure ain't but coal awaiting to become diamonds. Yet tarry in excess of roughly 5 atmospheres, akin to the unwelcome burden on my dear Hartford warbler. And one's dance with the Reaper could arrive quicker than an engine summer.
No, Mark, shut up.
5 atmospheres was his.
5 atmospheres. They've definitely been increasing pressure by 1 atmosphere per second a lot longer than
They're
5
over
seconds.
30 atmospheres right now.
Like, shouldn't her eyes be popping or something? That's a lot of pressure.
She's equivalent of 300 meters under the water right now. Potentially even 400 at this point.
Though, looking it up on Google, I think Mark Twain was lying to us. It looks like people can survive up to 100 atmospheres of pressure if they're supplementing their breathing.
She should have been wearing a breathing mask, though. It's quite right. Because there's no way she should actually take in oxygen at that pressure.
I am shocked by this resolution. We got rid of the bad aliens and we didn't lose a single crew member. I mean, we lost some randos on a planetoid, but no one on the Enterprise. This never happens. Wait, did I look? Okay, I looked into that office as the door was opening and they walked through. Bones has blinds in there. Just regular window blinds. Stop saying the girl.
No.
Stop saying that. Okay.
I mean, here they're not wrong. It is a strong emotion, and strong emotions do assist in maintaining your capability and your faith and your strength.
She took a lot of courage from her deep and abiding love for this man that she met today.
It's true.
I mean, he is intelligent. He's got a steady job. He can do a lot of DIY. He can fix stuff. There are worse partners to choose. All right, so before we go to the next episode, I just want to look at those window blinds again. That was really out of place to me. Check out what is this window? What am I looking at here? Where does that go? Is that a window to space in a standard window frame, or are there interior windows? I've never seen an interior window on the Enterprise. Very odd. Very odd indeed. Okay, what's the next episode though? I forget. It is Requiem for Methuselah. Mark Twain, we're about to start watching Requiem from Methuselah. Can you tell me a bit about that episode? What happens? I need to update the title. How do you spell Methuselah?
The long range effects on her is a weird way of asking that.
What? Oh.
Ah, a tale that mirrors my own Puddinhead Wilson. As Captain Kirk,
Puddinhead
Spock,
Wilson?
and the good doctor
I think he
trek
meant
to
long-term
procure a
effects.
cure, they meet an ageless coot named Flint, as enigmatic as Tom Sawyer's stranger. These men of future times discover a maestro, an inventor, and a history carved into one man? A symphony of existence reveling even the Mississippi's song?
Wait, press play now. I was enthralled by Mark Twain. This is why we have the timestamp on screen, just in case I forget. A lot of death immediately in this episode. Oh, we're back on the Lavender Planet. Omega system.
Omega system.
I mean, my favorite Omega is still Omega from the Bad Batch.
I feel like they needed
And
somebody
your
on
friends
staff
Rika
to tell.
and Tick.
They needed someone on staff to tell him how to pronounce words. And by him, I
And
mean Shatner.
It's just Shatner. Everyone else is fine. It's just Shatner.
Well, but Leonard Nimoy does sensors. Oh, here's that other thing which he's gonna fight again.
That's not quite the only one who does that, though.
Same prop again.
Oh man, it's not hanging on a string.
It missed. Is that a warning shot?
It's a colander. It's two colanders stacked on top of each other.
No. It's
No,
an alien machine.
if I remember rightly, it's actually using the prop from previous
Sabotage.
episodes.
Look, it's got a colander on the bottom and a bowl on the top.
Sabotage.
Oh, cool. And part of it's
I
off
do
camera.
wonder-
They can hold it steady.
Yeah, it's fine. I do wonder if people actually had super long lives, would they not adjust their fashion? Because this guy's dressed like an ancient Roman. No, don't worry. It's chill there. Earth's cool. Sometimes I think about how in sci-fi people talk up like, oh, you get to live on the home world? God, Earth's such a paradise. We love it there. We really need to like visit the home world at some point. But we all get to live on the home world. Sometimes I just think, yeah, it's the home world. Presumably. Or at least that's what they want you to think. That's rude.
On my planet, I'd be well within my rights to kill you where you stand.
That sounds like a quote, but I don't know from where.
Stardate. It's what it's
Is it Teal'c?
Yeah, Teal'c says to I've forgotten his name. How have I forgotten his name?
You know who
one
would
second.
know? Hey, Mark Twain, in Stargate, who's the dude that Teal'c threatens by saying, on my planet, I would be within my rights to kill you where you stand? Who does he say that to? Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Begging your pardon, my good sir, but it seems you've crossed the streams, blending the tales of Trek and Stargate as whimsically as my tale of a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court.
Oh,
I reckon it's like getting a catfish mixed up with a mud cat. Both are fine species, but a
It's a
discerning
mudcat.
angler knows the difference. Alas, my expertise
Mayborn.
lies in the realm of the Enterprise
So it's
and
a
her
Mayborn.
crew.
Oh, the punchable dude. Yeah. His name is Flint?
Things will not calm down. They will, in fact, come up.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That's a Teal'c quote because he doesn't get
Okay.
Earth idioms. He also says, "Undomested eat twain to not keep me away."
Did he ever pursue an untamed ornithoid without cause? He literally just told you he's from 1337. Come on.
No, but he says indeed a lot.
Indeed. Mark Twain, please say indeed.
Indeed, sir. Your command is
Not
as
indeed, sir, just
compelling as the allure of riverboat gambling to a man with a pocket full of silver.
No, I mean just say the word indeed. One single word. Indeed.
Indeed.
Thank you, Mark. He's lived in this house for, what is it, 900? No, it's 1,000 years at this point, right? And he has a flat screen TV. Look at that, they've developed LCDs on his planet.
That is actually quite interesting. 1969-ish.
Because, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just a canvas with a CGI'd camera on it. Oh, wow, yeah. Wait, where did he get the stuff?
It looks
like
to be OLED
Shakespeare's?
to me.
Where did he get Shakespeare's works if he left Earth in 1337? I assume that's his daughter. Okay, not his daughter, I hope. That was weird. No, just speak plainly, dude. I wonder if Mr. Flint is going to survive this episode. Because it's quite clear that she's like going to rebel and want to go off and explore the universe or whatever. I'm thinking like maybe that makes him lose the will to live, so he loses his immortality. does he get this stuff, though? Does he have a ship? He's got to have a ship. I guess M4 gets it for him. I don't... Oh, go on. No, do you not want more details? What emotion? There you go. Oh, so old dude is Leonardo da Vinci. Okay. Okay.
Maybe.
No, he totally 100%. That's Leonardo. That is Leonardo da Vinci. So he's dressed like an ancient Florentian? What do you call people from Florence? Because I remember Captain Janeway, because she had a
He has the
Leonardo
Da Vinci hologram from Voyager.
Yeah. He in Voyager, Catherine Janeway is talking about Gimli playing Leonardo da Vinci.
Florentine.
And Florentine. And she says that Captain Kirk claimed to have actually met him once. So that's him.
Mm.
I mean, he doesn't look anything like Gimli.
Mm.
Though apparently Gimli's actor actually kind of sucks, but just don't worry about that. He's a little bit.
He's completely changed his tune from the start.
He what?
He's completely changed his tune from the start.
Oh, okay. He doesn't suck anymore?
It's because he wants Kurt to be involved with her.
No, I mean John Rhys Davies.
Yep.
Where did she come from, though? No, he's just a frickin' nerd, is what he is.
Mm.
Mark, is Spock a nerd?
Why, he's no more a nerd than a steamboat is a canoe. I reckon Mr. Spock's akin to a sagacious owl, gazing upon the world's follies with cool reserve and encyclopedic wisdom. Nerd, perhaps, to some, a beacon of reason to others.
So yeah, he's a nerd. His robot. StarCraft?
Yeah.
That's an odd mix, though. Nobody ever offers you chess or billiards. They don't.
Sure.
They don't really match. Oh, are these bottles even more futuristic than the spray bottles?
Chess and billiards at the same time, hun.
Very intense boxing, but that
What was that?
that's just one
Oh, is
portion of the
she?
chess billiards.
What do you mean, did you teach her that? She didn't do anything.
Chiliads.
I bet she's, I forget, hustling.
Chesseliards.
Yes. She's hustling them.
Or billless.
She plays Damjat, human. I'm also curious to know how Leonardo da Vinci developed an American accent.
I saw that coming a mile away, solids.
The way you're talking to him, it sounds like you're about to bludgeon him with a stick or something. Don't have to be so aggressive. Just relax. He's treating you to chess and billiards. No, you know what he should play? He should play the piano version of Faith of the Heart. Also, to the right of the billiard table, there's a bust of some dude. I wonder if that's also Leonardo da Vinci.
It's a simple dance, but Shadow's not a bad dancer.
It's a simple dance, but quite unbreakable.
These are just condiment bottles.
Alright, so they got the medicine. Now we can cure the plague, and it's time for us to go. Episode's over, we did it. Had some nice conversation and chess and billiards. No, Kirk. Kirk, this is just leave. You got the medicine, you can now leave.
What is he doing?
Well, he doesn't know that yet.
Strawberry flavor, apple flavor.
I just feel like he should have more of a sense of urgency, given that people are actively dying of a plague.
This is just the same sequence of notes repeated over and over and over and over and over again.
Isn't that what the waltz is?
I mean, to an extent, but... Also notice we never see Leonard Nimoy's hands on the keyboard. On the keys.
You're right being useless.
Leonardo, why are you trolling them?
But there's a lady there, and the power of Kirk boners trumps any urgency of anything else.
Can we go like 2 episodes without Kirk making out with someone? That'd be great. What if we beam some right talent from the surface to the Enterprise and refine it there?
Brahms. Oh, Brahms. Oh, I have something I wanted to ask you about. Actually, no.
Okay.
Brahms reminded me of a Geordi question, but later.
Kirk, stop calling him Flint. We know he's Leonardo da Vinci. You're not fooling anyone. I'm still not sure what Leonardo's game plan is here, though. It doesn't seem like it's a murder plan. Is this an enslavement thing? Does he want them to stay? Yes, you did, Kirk.
People are dying, Kirk. People may already be dead.
Maybe Leo is a swinger.
Oh, God. Gene. I still don't know how the two are related. I'm still not sure if that's his daughter or his wife. Or just some random lady who showed up.
One would assume daughter?
Hey, Mark Twain, in Requiem for Methuselah, how is Reyna related to Leonardo da Vinci? What is their relationship? Mark knows. Oh, Mark's going to give us some spoilers for this
That's
60-year-old
quite
show.
the pickle. As knotted as Tom trying to learn from old widow Douglas, Reyna is but an android daughter, born of Flint's inventive prowess. In regards to Da Vinci, indeed, the man Flint was once him, making Reyna but a grandchild to such genius.
Okay. This makes more sense now. So, the man isn't really Leonardo da Vinci. He's an android that Leonardo da Vinci made. Wait, what? That still doesn't make sense.
Why did he try kiss her like that earlier then? That was a bit strange.
Yeah, that was weird. I was thinking maybe he was actually trying to go for the cheek and it just kind of looked weird on camera.
So she is the Star Trek version of Animatronio.
That doesn't mean anything to me. What is that? Actually, I don't need to ask. Mark Twain, what is Animatronio? Mark will know. Mark knows
Mark
everything.
Twain is back.
Yeah, I felt lonely without him.
Futurama.
I know there are plenty of other people here, but
It's from
I
Futurama.
didn't know.
Ah, sir. Animatronio, as peculiar a name as Huckleberry Finn to high society, ain't native to the realm of Star Trek, but rather another universe entirely. It befits me to stay fast in the currents of the Enterprise, lest I drift into uncharted waters.
Mark, just answer the question. So, but if Leonardo da Vinci built an android, he still had to have lived for an obscenely long time, right? Because you can't build androids in ancient Florence. I assume it'll be answered by the end of the episode. Probably. Maybe. Sometimes the writers forget. It's just hovering there, menacingly. Oh, that was easy.
Appropriate that Futurama would have its own version of an android Da Vinci.
Maybe Leonardo da Vinci is Noonien Sung.
Noonien Sung like built Da Vinci? Oh, hey, it's around right now. He just made another. It's fine. It's chill. I assume he updated the programming. It's all good.
Have you ever seen them in the same room at the same time?
It might be difficult for Brent Spiner to have shown up in this show. I wonder what... Does Brent Spiner's dad look like Brent Spiner? Jack Spiner. What does Jack Spiner look like? I can't find a good picture of Jack Spiner. But, yeah. Oh well. We could deepfake Brent Spiner's face onto him. That would work. We can even deepfake voice now. Hey, Mark Twain, is it possible to recreate someone's voice using AI? It's probably not possible. I wouldn't worry about it.
Why, that's as outlandish as lifting an elephant with a hot air balloon, though no less eccentric than characters in my own Innocents Abroad. The miracle of mimicry, much like Fenfire on the river's edge. Uncanny, yet within the spectrum of possibility. Yea, verily, the future
Only I may order
unfolds
women
more
around as I am
wondrously
Captain
than
Kirk.
any science fiction.
What? What's the male logic?
Male logic? The best logic, of course.
That's, well, in the 60s, they certainly thought so. Hey, Mark, I have more questions for you. I just have a lot of questions for you today. Spock makes reference to male logic, or the male logic. What does that mean? You can buy a planet? I know you could.
Apparently.
Wow.
But how did they not know that beforehand?
Oh, ho! Now that's a right tangle in the telegraph line. Spock, our Vulcan virtuoso, speaks not of male logic, but rather of male logic. Quite the conundrum, akin to Tom and Huck.
Thanks,
puzzling
Mark
over
Twain.
Injun
You're
Joe's
so helpful. You're so helpful. So in the text there, he wrote, he speaks not of male logic, where male is M-I-M-A-I-L. He thought I was referring to the Postal Service.
LOL. Male logic.
True male logic is understanding that
No,
the
don't look
Postal
directly into camera,
Service...
Shatner.
No, the
Shatner,
Postal Service is a
you don't know
service
where the
and should be
monetary
funded.
system is. Don't look directly into the camera.
Yes.
He actually just said when Spock said he's probably monitoring us. Just looked directly at the camera.
Spock's good.
How old do you think this
No, that was
actress
Kirk
is?
who looked at the camera directly.
The actress, she's like 21,
19?
22.
Flat screen TV? What a crazy idea.
It'll take 300 years. Well, no, more than 300 years because they don't have them on the Enterprise.
Do I order a pizza or do I order Taco Bell?
No.
No. What does no mean?
It means no. No means no.
I don't think you understand. Oh, the
Ask
damn.
Mark.
The Crispinata is gone already.
What year did this episode air? This was 1969. So the actress who plays Reina is 29 here.
Really? She doesn't look 29. Look what our fast food diets have done to us.
Well, I don't think that's a fair comparison because, like, look at McCoy. He's like 30
Typical
and he looks
American
60.
dinner.
Tony
Some people just-
Amendola and Patrick Stewart both looked way older than they actually are.
Some people just age differently. Also, Kirk, this is highly inappropriate.
Did you say Picard looks older than he is?
In
By a
TNG,
large
for
margin.
Picard looks
It's-
40 from age 20 to 60. But
If
he-
there's anything
yeah.
that anyone, well, anything that's famously known
What do you
about
think
Patrick Stewart is that he
29-year-old
looks
women
old.
look like?
It's hard to tell what women look like in Star Trek in the 60s because usually they're covered in Vaseline. How are we supposed to know what a 29-year-old woman looks like?
Yeah.
Women don't exist anyway. We established this last year sometime?
Women aren't real. It's a myth. They're a myth.
Ah, that's what he wanted.
the fifth.
To give some emotions to her.
There is one person I work with who's like 45, but literally everybody when they meet her thinks she's like 20. And it's weird. She looks half her age, and I don't know how it works.
That is impressive.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is where I disappear in a poof of smoke, right?
Maybe she just uses sunscreen. It is important to sunscreen, moisturize. Maybe they make moisturizing sunscreen. Well, you've got a phaser. You can blast your way through. Oh, he's actually going to do it. Oh. I'm also wondering if maybe it would be easier just to leave, then beam down to a different part of the planet. I assume there's Vitality in more than just his garden. Yes, thank you, Bones. Very astute. She's 16, not 29. That's probably what that means.
I mean, she's number 16. She's the 16th one he's made.
And she's dead or turned off.
Gasp.
Turned off. That usually happens after.
Don't make it weird. Get out of here. No Gene Roddenberry.
Kisses.
No. Bad.
What?
Cancel Kirk.
I'm saying she's not interested in Kirk's
Soma, how
advances.
do I add to my soundboard on Discord? Because I want the sound of a spray bottle.
You can just go into the soundboard and add a sound file.
Okay. No,
Recall.
that's so loud.
You can adjust soundboard volume independently. Spray bottle.
Hang on, I don't know what sound this is. I just have a folder of all the different like Foley sounds I've used in intakes. I don't know what punch3.wave is. I'm going to put that in there. Okay, what happens if I press punch 3? Does that come through?
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds like some punch.
I don't know where that's from. Maybe it's from Oblivion. I take some sound effects from there for sure. Wait, no, how do I remove it? I don't see a delete button. I just have a punch sound now. No, you're not. Oh.
Is this an I'm Spartacus thing?
Okay.
Can you drag it off?
No, I can't click and drag it. Right click just says edit and download, and going to edit just brings up renaming and changing the volume. To manage the current soundboard on your server, head to server settings. No, that's not what I want. Or is it what I want? Wait, does everybody now have access to punch3.wave? I think I just made that for everybody on the server. God, why would it do that? Stop it.
He's a Highlander.
That's how soundboards work.
What? Why would I want it to do that? Why? I just want a personalized soundboard.
Can't do it. Well,
Why?
you might be able to do it through roles. You might have to make it specific to roles. I don't know if that's a permission they parse out.
Do I want to give everybody access to the sound rolling office chair sound effect.mp4?
Probably not.
How about Stars and Stripes Forever by John Phillips? No. That is a ban-worthy sound. If you play that, you're banned.
Why? What's it ban-worthy? What sound? I don't know what you're talking about.
Be silent and keep your forked tongue behind your teeth. She's what you desire. What is your relationship to this android? Is she... Yeah, I have the Borg, cutting beam, bridge ambience, engine ambience, the Enterprise door sound.
Limit is 5 seconds, like 4.99 seconds.
My God, he's turned off.
Whoa.
Did he cloak it? What happened? Oh, they turned into Hallmark. That's nice.
Yeah, they bought a model toy. No, it's literally from the shop.
Wait, but that's not a window
The
though.
the view screen's still working.
All the blinky lights still work on the bridge too? Some of them. Well, some of them. 430 lives, Captain. We just learned. Or I just learned anyway. What is this file? Vampire greeting 000C45A61. What is this? I think this is Wes Johnson. Is this Wes Johnson?
Get back, you filthy beast! I'll have nothing to do with the likes of you!
Oh, yeah, it's Wes Johnson.
Jesus, that was loud.
Yeah, well, that's just what Wes Johnson is like. When you play Oblivion, sometimes Wes Johnson plays like the quiet monk characters, and you can tell that's not what he wants. It doesn't work for him. Wes Johnson is best when he's like yelling at the player.
How much do you tip on carry-out pizza, if you tip at all?
How far away is the restaurant?
It's carry-out. I'm going to get it. What's the
Okay.
difference?
Yeah, I don't tip on carry-out. Though I also don't get carry-out, so, 0 on
You
0.
get delivery?
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Though also, no, I don't get DiGiorno either, because I learned DiGiorno pizza is great, but they're owned by Nestle, so I can't buy from them anymore.
What they're saying is Captain Kirk can awaken emotions in emotionally unavailable
No,
women.
she's only emotionless in the data way, where it's clearly that they do have emotions. They just hide it.
Mm.
Pizza isn't a basic human right.
What?
I mean, it's food. So you need
Okay.
some kind of food.
But I don't want to support the company that thinks water isn't.
He loves a different woman every week. How can he say he loves her? Whoa! Look at that haymaker.
Leonardo da Vinci's a savage.
Exactly.
He telegraphed that 1,000 years ago.
He probably invented the telegraph, to be honest.
Is she gonna shut down? Well, she's gonna turn
Kirk's
herself
not a
off, isn't she?
womanizer, by the way.
If you say so.
Under what definition?
You know what? Hang on. We can determine once and for all if Kirk is a womanizer. Mark Twain. Is Captain Kirk a womanizer? Whatever he says, that's canon. She looks like she's about to explode.
Bless my soul. Captain Kirk has a knack for the opposite sex, much as a riverboat gambler has a penchant for dice. He leaves a trail of smitten lasses, varied as the chapters in Roughing It, though his duty always lies with the Enterprise, as steadfast as my Huck Finn.
That doesn't answer the question, Mark.
Yes or no question mark?
Mark, yes or no. You can only respond with either yes or no. Is Captain Kirk a womanizer? Again, only respond with either yes or no.
Watch, he responds
Yes.
with, quote, either yes or no.
He
End
literally
quote.
just said the word yes. Hang on, everyone, quiet, please.
Notice how he's never left Spark in the lurch.
Quiet on set. Mark Twain, please repeat your last response.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark. That is canon. She's totally about to explode, though, right? I'm expecting, like, steam to come out of her ears and for her to fall over. Yeah, you're close enough. It's fine. We can just activate Reyna 27. It's not a big deal. Less dramatic of a death. You know, she still died, so it all worked out. So I missed it. Is Leonardo here? Is he an android too, or is he
She's
just a
dead, Jim.
dude that's immortal?
He loved a woman to death. He loved a woman to death.
No, he's a Highlander.
Honestly, I don't get why Leonardo's even upset. We know he's gone through at least 16 of these things. Just activate the next one. It's not a big deal.
Getting Lel vibes.
You don't know how long it takes him to make one.
So he's mourning the fact that he now has to do some work. I had plans to read a book next week. I'm gonna be busy.
It might take decades. He's
I can't
over
decide
1,000
whether
years
it's
old.
a good way to go or not.
He's a couple thousand years old. If he's Lazarus.
So he's got time.
I'm just saying, just because he's really, really old doesn't mean that time passes any faster for him than it does for us. Yeah.
Especially when his only forms of entertainment are chess and billiards.
And apparently building sexy androids.
So Kirk's admitting that he's
Better than
Sleepy?
dying
Not
in an
ready to be
industrial
women.
accident.
Oh, that's convenient. Okay, so he's got like 10 to 20 years. You could also just like go back to Earth, right? Or is this irreversible?
It might be irreversible, maybe. Or he just doesn't want to go back to Earth because that's the very reason he left.
Yeah, but Earth's a lot more chill these days. It's not even going to be attacked by an invading alien force for like 100 years.
I already got attacked by the Zindi.
No, I mean again. The next attack, I believe, is the Breen.
The Breen.
And they
The
only
Klingons
attack San
never even made it to
Francisco.
Earth.
It's always San Francisco.
Yeah,
So nothing of value is lost.
San Francisco's fine. There's too many
McCoy,
people, and it's too
he's
expensive.
actively
but
loved
it's
two
fine.
people already at this point. It's been a romantic relationship with two people. Very much in love.
Have you seen the way Starfleet treats Data? You really think they're not gonna cut up Lazarus Man the second he sets foot down there?
Maybe we just don't tell them. He could go hang out on Gravette Island or something. I don't know.
That's an interesting way of sleeping, Shatner. Are you gonna force a mind meld? Stop. Spock. Just read his emotions.
This is deeply unethical.
Yeah.
You
What?
can't do that. I'm pretty sure that's a crime.
He mind raped him.
That is
Boundary Spock.
That's actually super messed up. Wow. Okay. Cool. Maybe we shoot Spock.
Well, Spock has to make sure that Captain Kirk loves no one else ahead of him, you know?
All right, Mark Twain, the next episode we're going to watch is The Way to Eden. My question for you is, how many drugs did the writers take while making this episode? Because I have to assume it's a lot. If you remember the episode in Enterprise where religious fundamentalists take over the ship, this is kind of like that, except instead of religious fundamentalists,
Now
they're...
that question is as sly as a fox with a feathered hat. Fanciful imaginations may take flight without spirits or powders, much like that outrageous frog of Calaveras. Who needs earthly concoctions when one can travel amongst the stars?
Okay, so he's saying the writers were high on life. Press play in 4, 3, 2, 1, play. So, but instead of religious fundamentalists, they're just... I don't even know how to describe them. They're just weird. They're very TNG Season 1.
This is a very not original special effect here.
Hippies.
Aurora.
That's the
Borealis?
Klingon bird of prey back end of the Windsor. Ooh, not a Uhura.
Oh, is that what's her name? Dr. Pulaski?
I wasn't looking, but I don't think Pulaski... I don't think she's in
No,
this
the
episode.
actor of Pulaski is in TOS.
No, I got that part. Romulan space? Could it maybe have been taken over by Romulans? Phasers?
Oh yeah, because they're running away and being all in, and then they get all the fun stuff going on.
Oh, no, that's not Pulaski. No, Kirk, let them die. Let them explode, you fool.
Her face is similar.
Yeah, she looks similar.
The episode would have been over had they just not beamed them over. But they'd not succeeded.
Pulaski's in 3 episodes in TOS. Return to Tomorrow... No, 2 episodes. Return to Tomorrow and Is There in Truth No Beauty? So anyway, how about that weather?
That's alright.
Plenty of rain. Hey Mark, did you catch the game last night? I assume there was a game last night.
Ah, well. As a man of the quill and not of the pitch, I confess such idle pastimes escape me. My field lies under the specter of the stars, rather than beneath a gas lamp on a green.
You didn't catch the game last night? Alright. So yeah, from what I know of this episode, they pretend to be super chill, but are secretly plotting to take over the ship, and then they do. So my only question is going to be how long it's going to take Kirk to figure it out. I would guess he figures it out at the 30-minute mark. Oh, Russian? Yeah, just phaser them. Beam them back to their ship, actually.
The non-existent ship.
Yeah, exactly. Is it the Ferengi? No.
They've got to get some very important singing done before they figure anything out.
Is that egg on his chest? Is that a communicator? Or is that a fashion egg? At least they've stopped chanting. Seriously, why is the one dude a Ferengi? Why does he look like that? Two? Oh. Wait, this guy's totally been in another episode. He sounds so familiar. Who is this guy? Well, one, is he Herbert? I wonder if they're also... Are they also like properties theft people, and that's why they stole the ship, because it's nobody's ship? Yes, they are. Okay. Oh, they're sovereign citizens. No, that's who they are.
Oh God, they are sovereign citizens.
Yes. Glad we're on the same page. They weren't piloting a starship, they were traveling on a
What's
starship.
with those ears?
That's what I said, he's a Ferengi. What's up with this dude? Still trying to find his name. Ah, his name is Severin. It's a little unsettling when you click on the actor in Memory Alpha, the picture you get is him wearing a swastika and doing a Nazi salute.
Yikes.
To be fair, that's because he was in the Nazi episode. But still, that's not an image I would want to be associated with. That Cossack. Oh, did she turn you down? Wait, what's your name? Chekhov? I don't know how this episode is going to end, because there are two possible endings, right? Eden definitely exists, but either they get there and it's been destroyed by war or something, or they get there and Kirk goes, oh, I guess I was wrong. You people, your lifestyles, you're so in touch with the universe. There's two possible outcomes. I think it's going to be the Captain Kirk says they're in touch with the universe one. Artfully balanced atmospheres. I would love an artfully balanced atmosphere.
You and Gene Roddenberry now have one thing in common. You both forgot Chekhov exists.
I do remember, though, whenever I think of Chekhov, I hear Captain Pike from 2009 Trek in my head go, Chekhov, Pavel Andreevich.
Gene Roddenberry had nothing to do with Wrath of Khan.
No, I think that was in reference to, well, maybe.
I guess that was
that time William
more like he
Shatner
forgot that he did exist.
No, but like William Shatner one time
I never forget a face,
tried to
Mr. Chekhov.
tried to introduce Chekhov on stage, or was that Sulu? I'm forgetting this story. There was one of the Trek actors, Shatner's supposed to introduce everyone, and he forgot one dude's name and said, it's the man who plays Chekhov.
Chekhov, yeah.
Poor Chekhov. No, please don't. This actually, in a weird way, reminds me of Lord of the Rings. For two reasons. The first is that the book is basically just a musical. People are constantly singing, and it makes audiobooks really painful to listen to of Lord of the Rings. But the second reason is Tolkien's whole thing with Lord of the Rings was like talking about how industrialization sucks and we should all go back to an agrarian lifestyle.
How about the fact that Leonard Nimoy did a song about Bilbo Baggins?
Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all.
Be right back.
In the middle of the earth in a land of the Shire lived a brave little hobbit who we all admire. Hey Mark, are you familiar with the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins? Yeah, these people do seem infuriating to hang out with.
Why, as beguiling a tale as that of my own Pudd'nhead, the tale of Mr. Baggins, though delightful, is from a realm beyond even the star-strewn fields of the Enterprise. There are more worlds in the cosmos than even this scribe from the 19th century can traverse.
Oh, his name's Pavel Andreevich here. Wow. I thought 2009 made it up.
Where does Chekhov come from then?
He's from Russia. What do you mean?
What does it? No, the name Chekhov.
Russia? I'm confused.
As
His
in,
name, his
him
full name
being
is
called
Pavel
Chekhov.
Andreevich
Oh,
Chekhov.
it's Chekhov, right? That's what. I was
Chekhov is his
sort of-
last name. No, I don't like when people call him Pavel. Feels weird. It's not right.
How about if they called him Andreevich?
No. He's Chekhov. It's like you can't call Bones Leonard.
A little old lady in Russia invented him.
That's technically true. How do you go from the academy to this commune?
Because she wanted to believe in what she was doing, I suppose. It is nice that he's using his full name on an American TV show at this point.
Friends, those Cossacks. This is not a plot line I expected to happen. I knew about the hippies taking over the ship. I had no idea Chekhov ever had a romance plot.
They're gonna give him something to do in season 3. And it being 1969, this is what they give him. Actually, when did season 3 actually release? Probably 1970, actually.
The last episode was 69. I'm still thinking about the sovereign citizen thing. But these people can't be true sovereign citizens, right? Because Captain Kirk has a gold fringe. So he has authority. Also, now can we have security? Can we get a phaser in here?
Yeah, 1969.
No, they're definitely the product of science. Did he, like, inject himself with bomb stuff like in Enterprise? Are they... Is he also an anti-vaxxer?
He does. Him being a carrier doesn't mean he has the disease. He just isn't affected by it. Mm-hmm. But 1969, we've got a plot about vaccinations and vaccine-resistant people.
Doctor? This dude's a doctor? Dude, it's not that big a deal. You have an illness and they don't want you to infect the others. It's fine. Mark Twain, how is Dr. Severin a Severin? Or, God, how is Dr. Severin a doctor? What is he a doctor of?
Sulu.
Really? No.
Ah,
No,
Dr.
don't accept
Severin
the
is
egg.
as much a doctor as I, an ink-stained wretch. I'm a captain. He carries no medical expertise. His doctorate is a nebulous thing, like a foggy morning on the Mississippi. 'Tis rumored he claims his title from a study of social sciences, a far cry from the healing arts.
I think Mark Twain's just making stuff up.
This is almost a musical episode we talked about earlier. They could have actually made it one if they had the guts and the balls.
They could have made it a what?
An actual musical episode if they had the balls.
Unfortunately, it took us another 60 years to get one.
Yeah.
I do appreciate, though, that we got K-pop in that episode.
Yep.
I love the fact that it's a Rorschach test for your age, though, whether it was K-pop or like Backstreet Boys.
What if I've never listened to either and I'm just going, what if the internet said? What does that make me?
No. Yeah, I mean, neither interpretation is wrong. I'm just saying, like, I mean, yeah.
If behind the scenes it's officially K-pop.
Makes sense.
They also have a Klingon opera version.
The Klingon opera wouldn't have made sense for the story, though, because they wouldn't have been ashamed of singing Klingon opera. They'd have been into that.
You do not sing in front of the humans. It is embarrassing.
Even then, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we've seen them sing before quite happily.
Wait, what did Spock just say? Incitement to disaffection? What does that mean?
I'm assuming disaffection with the Federation, which would be a very weird crime for a supposedly utopia Federation.
Hey, Mark Twain, Spock made reference to the crime of incitement to disaffection. Is it illegal to not like the Federation? Or does disaffection mean something else? I'm wondering if maybe disaffection in this context means like trying to declare independence.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, my good sir, it's like calling a riverboat a steam shovel. Discontent is as free as a bird, but incitement to disaffection means to stir up rebellion against Federation order, much as my character Colonel Sherburne stirred up the mob in Huckleberry Finn. Not about liking, but of causing upheaval.
Okay, so they're rebels.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
But they're not violent rebels. They're
Did they
just
mean
weird.
defection?
Maybe Dr. Severin has a redemption thing at the end of the episode where he takes over the Enterprise, but he also has to like lead others to a paradise that he cannot possess. He has to like sacrifice his own happiness to get his people there. No, you fool! He's going to incite them to disaffect. Is this disease what's causing his Ferengi ears? Oh, no, he's not. Okay, Spock, thanks. I was very worried Spock was actually gonna go get all the. I don't even feel right calling them rebels. They just want to go hang out somewhere else. But yeah, maybe don't bring all his friends into the brig. Or isolation, wherever he is.
Mr. Chekhov, Mr. Chekhov.
Pavel. To Chekhov, Starfleet Medical.
So yes, that famous clip you mentioned, William Shatner goes, "Then the gentleman who played Mr. Chekhov," and then Walter Koenig said something in Russian, and the joke is he says 30 years and he still doesn't know my name. It
I'm
was
gonna be honest, I forgot his name too.
Walter Koenig.
Given to me by Mbenga, as it happens, who we've seen, I think.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That's
Also, I just
sweet.
noticed he has a
now?
bird on his forehead.
Oh.
Real now? What's real now?
This is
This might just be how people in this culture talked in the 60s.
Yeah, this is some hippie England speech.
Hippie England?
Yes.
England had hippies? They were worse than a pandemic.
Mark Twain, is the term hippie considered derogatory?
I think it can be both. Like you can use it with affection and you can use it with contempt.
Word, sir. In the spirit of innocence abroad, the term hippie carries shades of both praise and pejorative. It depends on who says it, whether with a smile or a frown as varied as a patchwork quilt.
Yeah.
He agrees.
There's a lot of slang language in the UK.
His skull cap is peeling off.
Yeah, that's why you had to get out of the scene. You had to exit stage left. It's fine.
It's the like everything, it requires nuance.
Wait, why is she allowed in here?
Auxiliary control.
Isn't this a restricted area?
What is the...
Yeah, and he's
What
just
is the name?
explaining to her exactly what you can do from this room. And they
You
don't
press
take
this
over
button
later
to
on.
destroy the ship.
It
This
was
lever
funny.
activates the phaser
What's the name of
controls.
this room? Auxiliary control. What is its purpose? Auxiliary control.
Infa Sexton Hale beats his way through the ship's hull to beat these guys up.
I don't know what that means, but sure. Who's Saxton Hale? Wait, I know. Mark Twain, who is Saxton Hale?
Team Fortress 2.
Verkin?
Team Fortress 2 character from the comic books.
Oh. Does she have bronzer?
Ah, good sir. You've taken a leap like the celebrated jumping frog of Calaveras County. Saxton Hale hails not from the final frontier, but rather the animated world of video games, throwing punches as aggressively as my old Roughing It rode across the West. It's a character from a different river altogether.
Mark Twain gets so offended whenever I ask him about stuff that's not in Star Trek. I need to edit his instructions.
The name Sexton Hale, Australian, CEO of Man Company and the man who's gonna burn this place to the ground.
No, Chekhov, don't do it. It's a trap. You fool. Chekhov, it's the Siren song.
There's a custom game mode in Team Fortress 2 where one player gets to be Saxton Hale, and they only have melee, but it one shot kills everybody. and they have like 9,000 HP, and then it's a whole team of players against them.
So it's the Juggernaut mode from Halo.
Oh,
Or
is it?
in
Yes, it is. That's Halo.
various other places.
Well, when did they have the Juggernaut mode?
2001.
Who predated whom?
Team Fortress 2 was released in 2007.
Yep.
Feminine wiles again.
Feminine Wiles.
Resist Pavel Andreevich Chekhov.
I am not susceptible to you women in wiles. Nuclear vessels.
Chekhov, please call security. She's not supposed to be in there.
Well, they.
Maybe it's the midriff.
It starts to chime. No.
The swing
Don't
them?
stop. Don't with the friendly swinging, Gene. Stop. Gene, could you chill out for like 5 minutes?
Wait, he needs to tell you about the Ferengi.
Please don't.
And
So I predicted that Kirk would figure out the plot to take over the Enterprise at the 30-minute mark. That didn't come to pass. We are at the 30-minute mark right now, but it is being taken into effect now. The plan is coming to fruition.
But also,
I love it when a plan comes together.
no member of the crew should at any point consider helping them take over the ship.
But
Their
what if
devotion
they're
to the
being
ship should be
friendly
that
and
strong.
swinging?
Why do they
I'm
need to
standing
take
here-
over the ship? This guy looks like John C. Riley.
There's no way they can actually take over the ship, right? There's like 5 people here and they're not armed.
They're going to do it through the power of love. Through the power of love.
You know what's stronger than the power of love? The power settings on a
Or
phaser.
phasers.
Oh, a member, the main crew is here. Spock bludgeoned them with the lyre.
Why is
He's winning
she
the lyre.
so?
Spock, don't you dare join in. Oh wow, this ship is terribly soundproofed.
No, it is being broadcast over the intercom, I think. But they've chosen to make it muted over the intercom for some reason.
At some point of this song, they're going to call to join their rebellion, right? I just want to know how subtle they're going to be.
Padding out time now.
Do you mean Gene is padding out time, or they are padding out time?
Everyone's padding out time.
Another case of they had an idea for an episode that was a good like 20 minutes long.
Yeah,
Does
that's
that
why
lyre
they'll
become
turn
a
it
weapon?
to half a musical.
Oh, Spock, you fool! She plays the wheel? Is that a real instrument?
No, it's not. Is he on the brig? What is this?
It's
Yes,
unclear.
This guy's
Bridgewater
falling
such a red
asleep.
assets hatch. He's just
What?
what? That's even more ridiculous
Excuse
than the
me?
Vulcan thing.
Maybe we should have some sort of warning on the doors. Maybe we should send out a
One inept
notification.
guard.
Neuleba et Niage.
Yeah, that's just your Kurt. You get into trouble at whatever age. Strutty is more of a straight man.
No, at that age, he was fighting World War II.
This is very
Just
convincing.
hold-
Well done.
Yeah.
Spock, do you sense a disturbance in the Force? No? Okay. They're going to have to learn real quick. I mean, all the information's in the computers, yeah, but you still have to know how to use the controls. Nope, they figured it out. Super easy.
They give me hints.
This needs an edit where they're playing through the fire and flames.
No. If I were going to make an edit to this, it would just be a strings version of Faith of the Heart. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the only acceptable edit to make. A little hard to take him seriously with the flowers painted on his head. I also wonder if he has control over the vents or if we can just, like, flood it with gas. I don't think they ever do that in TOS, do they?
You should edit the outrageous Arcana into TOS.
I don't know if I want to watch Outrageous Arcana again to have to... I would have to watch it to edit it.
I mean, he's literally a TOS character. I wonder if he's related to Mud.
I don't know, do you want to find out if that's canon?
All right, how?
Hey, Mark Twain, is Outrageous Okana... Is Captain Okana related to Harry Mudd? Whatever he says.
He's just going to say we don't know.
Well, that's a twist as sudden as the unfortunate sinking of the Walter Scott in Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. While both men are of considerable character, to my knowledge, no family tie binds Captain O'Connor to our wily, mud-dappled rogue, Harry. Sometimes a smoke pipe is just a smoke pipe, not a kinship.
No, he thinks you're wrong. It's not canon.
He's exactly what I said, which is we don't know. There's no evidence for
Spock
it.
playing his lyre, Riker's trombone, Picard with the flute, and Ensign Kim too.
Ensign Kim, you didn't even remember his instruments.
But what would it be? What would Ensign Kim play? Would he play the clarinet or would he play the saxophone? Because at one point the writers forgot.
Poor Harry.
The writers ignored his character so much. By season 7, they forgot it was the clarinet and they had him playing a saxophone.
Maybe he just got bored of the clarinet. He picked up a new
Data
hobby.
on violin.
Tuvok has a lute too.
Yeah, Data.
Data on violin, though, you don't want to listen to Data on violin. The next performance will be far superior.
It's too robotic. You could have the Doctor singing.
Forgot what he had. He changed once or twice.
clarinet and then saxophone when the writers forgot that it was supposed to be clarinet.
Lieutenant Commander Darren plays the piano.
Oh,
Wait, is she Lieutenant
Kirk,
Commander or
Picard's
full commander?
girlfriend?
Yeah, Picard's girlfriend who looks exactly like him.
Methuselah.
Yeah.
I've managed to
Lieutenant
play the
Commander.
saxophone grade 4 quite easily after having played the clarinet, so it's not that hard. It's something you can do.
I'm not saying you couldn't do it.
And
I'm just
O'Brien
saying the
plays the
writers
cello.
forgot what instrument
True,
he
but
plays.
it's fine because it just plays both, so what?
Dude, come on, you're in the middle of a hostile takeover of a starship. This isn't the time.
And Harry says someone has warm hands when she plays the oboe. Oh, Mrs.
Libby? His girlfriend Libby? On, Tom Paris plays
And the
Captain
band with the
Proton.
stupid translucent instruments from Riker and Troy's wedding.
Oh yeah, this bullshit.
Q's mariachi band.
Yep, Q plays the trumpet. That's true. It's for the greater good.
I think Nicoletti. It's just an excellent innuendo that I'm on board with.
What? Who or what is Nicoletti? It does seem a lot like Dr. Severn here has brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to his new empire. Or his new commune. Don't call them brethren. Calling people brethren is always nefarious.
They're just cutting through the wall? Not even the door, just the
Door's
wall?
too strong. All we need is a little hole in the wall, and then we can phaser them all.
Well, it hurts Spock first because he's got big ears. That's racist.
Beyond the ultrasonic. It's gone beyond sonic.
It's just no. This doesn't make sense whatsoever. What writer came up with this dumb idea?
Gene Roddenberry himself. Who's the
Let's
writer on this
see.
episode?
It's not like we don't actively use supersonic sounds.
Is it
Not
DC
supersonic.
Fontana?
It's
ultrasonic
It's
sounds for numerous purposes.
story by two people I don't recognize, Michael Richards and Arthur Heinemann. I don't know who they are.
Like Jamie Heineman?
Oh, apparently Michael Richards is a pen name for DC Fontana.
Ah, I called it. I said DC Fontana.
And apparently Arthur Heinemann did The Savage Curtain with Gene Roddenberry, which is... Oh, that's the one with Abraham Lincoln.
Doors are reinforced uranium, rated against explosions and decompression. The wall is plasterboard.
That's... Yes, okay. Fair. For a moment, I thought I heard singing, sir. I vote we just tell the Romulan government what happened and let the Romulans exterminate them.
Yeah, they'll exterminate them by blowing up the Enterprise.
Well, we tell the Romulans after we leave. Get out of orbit, fly away, tell the Romulans to blow them up. Ah, come on. A little combat?
As a treat. Just a little.
Just to tide us over until the next war. Oh, no lavender this time. Cool, cool. Oh, no randos either. Only senior staff. And the man who plays Chekhov.
Is Chekhov a senior staff?
I don't know. He's an ensign, but that doesn't mean anything in Star Trek.
Just as Carrie Kim, he was an ensign for 7 years.
They've landed in a matte painting.
Oh, is Chekhov dead? Did we kill him?
Why?
No. Okay, he's fine.
"36, 36, 36, 36.
No abusing the voice AI. Okay, so we don't have to tell the Romans to obliterate them. We can just leave and they kill themselves. Super easy. Also, he's clearly moving. He's not dead.
Never go near flowers on an alien planet. That's rule 1. If he had a red shirt, he'd be dead now.
How appropriate, yes, Spot.
It's not a coincidence. It was written that way.
Yeah.
The plant life is full of acid. No wonder the hippies wanted to come here.
Oh, yeah, it was the wrong
It's
kind.
Galileo,
It
too.
was the wrong kind. The fools.
Kind of acid.
So, are y'all ready to go home now?
We should just dump them off here and leave. Like, you made it. You're here. Have fun.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're just emptying them all out of the shuttle, and then they're going to take off in the shuttle.
What happened to his foot?
He walked in the grass
acid.
that's full of acid. Because all these people are barefoot. Excuse me, are y'all with the cult?
It's not a cult. And he got what he deserved.
It worked itself out.
Now they just gotta get out of here before the Romulans arrive.
At this point, maybe a mercy phasering, because currently he's burning from the inside.
Yeah.
36.
How about
So 4 of them survived. Okay. So it wasn't either of my predictions. I predicted it was either going to be destroyed by war, or it was going to be a paradise and Kirk was going to say they're one with the universe. No, it was neither. I mean, it was kind of, sort of closer to the war thing, and that's not actually paradise. Did he? Wait, what did Chekhov even do? What is he complaining about? Is this about letting her into auxiliary
Do they
control?
count as an away team since they took a shuttle?
No, they're not an away team. Why is she allowed on the bridge? Why does she not have an escort?
This is Star Trek. The bridge is in no way secure ever at all.
She doesn't even have a guard. She took over the ship, dude. Oh, just before this episode ends, I have one more question for Mark. Hey, Mark, what are the eggs that all the people in the Way for Eden have on their shirts? He thought I said the Wafer Eden. All right.
You did sound like you said the wafer, Eden.
Well, it's not my fault. English is a dumb language.
You didn't enunciate way for Eden.
Keen eye you possess, as hawk-eyed as young
Don't
Huck
step
on a
on
raft
alien
in
rocks
moonlight.
either.
Yet those aren't eggs upon their chests, but symbols of their longing for Eden. They're akin to the
Mark figured out
linotype
what I
symbols of
was
my
asking.
days at the Territorial Enterprise, each bearing a meaning more profound than meets the eye.
Okay. So, that's all the episodes for today. What is going on next? So there are 4 more episodes left in TOS. So it's going to be 2 episodes per stream for the next 2 streams.
Why don't we just finish it in one stream and then jump into the next series?
Because I have things to do after 2:30.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You may have noticed I always leave immediately after the stream ends.
I'm glad Mark was here to tell us the eggs aren't actually eggs.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. So the next episodes are the Cloud Minders, which... not a clue. And the Savage Curtain, which is the one with Abraham Lincoln. And Gene Roddenberry's attempt to show that humanity is past racism, but not really executing it well. But he tried. He meant well.
Vulcan salute.
Hey Mark, what happens in the episodes of the Cloud Minders? Just give me like a one sentence summary.
Vulcan salute.
Because I seriously have no idea. It doesn't ring a bell at all.
I in the Cloud Minders. 'Tis
Vulcan
a tale
salute.
of 2 strata,
Tatty
where
bye.
the privileged live above the turmoil, while miners suffer below. An echo of my Prince and the Pauper up in the celestial sphere.
Okay, so it's an episode that's not at all political and is not making any sort of commentary. It's just... it's a sci-fi difference of socioeconomic classes where a privileged few exploit the rest. It's just sci-fi. Don't worry about it. Should be good. It sounds good. Those episodes are always the best kind. Like the one in Voyager, where the doctor criticizes the American healthcare system and poisons people. That one's great. I don't remember what it's called. It's really good though. Yeah, that's it. Then all our yesterdays.
Very good.
Then all our yesterdays the week after, which I assume is a time travel thing, and
Why
Turnabout
would you
Intruder,
specify
which
that,
is
when we know Star Trek is never political?
yeah, it's just to make sure people are aware. And then Turnabout Intruder as a finality, which everybody knows is wildly sexist, but you know you can just sort of headcanon that away and assume that Dr. Lester is just out of her mind. Just pretend that she's not making any wider statements about Star Trek in general. Just don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. And then the week after that is the motion picture.
Neat.
So that'll be the longest stream that we've ever done.
The motionless picture.
It's just... Look.
My oath of celibacy is on record, Captain.
God, Gene, why? How did this man create a 60-year franchise?
He had some interesting views on women, but he was one of the most progressive people of his time.
Yeah, but
I think
of
he
his
was very
times.
sex positive.
I think obsessed is a better word for him than positive.
Sex
V'ger.
obsessed?
Yes.
V'ger, yes, V'ger.
Oh yeah, I
V'ger.
remember all our yesterdays now.
What happens? What is it?
They go down to a planet which has the ability to go to pretty much any time and location from there, and they end up in a frozen waste and have to get back
Point.
and things like that.
Okay. So yeah, that's that. Then The Wrath of Khan and The Search for Spock and The Voyage Home, which is clearly the best movie in Star Trek, and The Final Frontier and The Undiscovered Country. It should be good. Should be good. We're done here, and I will be leaving immediately.
Have a lovely
Very well.
evening.
The